Hi, my name is Jacob Roberts. This is my SAFMEDS submission number 1 for SPCE619-804 Professional Issues in ABA with Dr. Wilson. This is September 8th, and I will shuffle my cards 3 times. 2, 3, and then I will cut my deck in half. And I will get my 1-minute timer, which is right here. And we will go ahead and get started right now. An individual appointed by the course to represent the best interest of minor child in legal proceedings such as custody. Guardian ad item. Behavior analysts ensure that they only accept clients whose requested services align with their recognized expertise and available resources, and if they accept clients outside of their scope, they engage in necessary discussions and document their actions and outcomes. This is accepting clients. Behavior analysts take ownership for their actions by following through on work commitments and correcting errors when they cannot be met by doing what is in the best interest of the client and relevant parties. Skip. Behavior analysts give credit to the appropriate people for their work, and principal authorship accurately reflects contributions regardless of status. This is appropriate credit. Behavior analysts reflect... That's my timer. Behavior analysts reflect on the personal biases and challenges so they do not interfere with their work. This is... it's a long one. This is... pass. Behavior analysts must act truthfully and provide accurate information. This is being truthful. Behavior analysts must stay culturally responsive by engaging in professional development that challenges their own biases and meets the unique needs of their clients. Pass. Court ruling that placed limitations on the duration and conditions of timeout. This is Hancock versus Avery. Okay. An incompatibility between a behavior analyst's private and professional interests resulting in risk or potential risk to services provided to or professional relationship with a client, stakeholder, trainee, or research participant may result in a situation in which personal, financial, or professional considerations have the potential to influence or compromise professional judgment in the delivery of services, research, consultation, supervision, training, or any other professional activity. BACB 2024. This is continuation and incompatibility between. Pass. The professional activities a behavior analyst can consistently perform with proficiency. This is their scope of competence. Behavior analysts do not make public statements that are false, misleading, exaggerated, or fraudulent. Behavior analysts make reasonable efforts to prevent others from making deceptive statements concerning their professional activities or products. If a behavior analyst learns of such statements, they make reasonable efforts to correct them. Behavior analysts document all actions taken in this circumstance and eventual outcomes. This is the deceptive statements. Behavior analysts maintain a commitment to integrity by refraining from data fabrication or result falsification in research, publications, and presentations. Maintain a commitment to integrity by refraining from data fabrication. Accountability. Behavior analysts exercise caution and adhere to professional guidelines when using social media, avoiding sharing clients' information on personal accounts, obtaining informed consent, including disclaimers, minimizing sharing potential, actively preventing misuse, and monitoring their professional accounts for accuracy and appropriateness. This is pass. Behavior analysts must be cognizant of how the environment is affecting clients and modify the conditions when necessary for their clients' best interest. accuracy in the pass. Related to consent, the expression of approval or agreement without coercion provides the client with the opportunity for autonomy and agency in treatment selection. This is assent. Behavior analysts refrain from discrimination and act equitably towards all cultures and identities. This is non-discrimination. Behavior analysts refrain from seeking testimonials from current clients or stakeholders for advertising purposes to avoid unique influence, except for unsolicited reviews on external websites, which should not be used or shared by other behavior analysts. So this is it's the selecting testimonials from Compass. Behavior analysts should avoid multiple relationships which occur when a BCBA simultaneously has a behavior analytical and non-behavior analytical relationship with a client. Should be avoided to the extent possible due to increased risk of conflict of interest. This is multiple relationships. Behavior analysts only share confidential information about client stakeholders, supervisees, trainers, or research participants when informed consent is obtained, when attempting to protect the client or others from harm, when attempting to resolve contractual issues, when attempting to prevent a crime that is reasonably likely to cause physical harm to another, or when compelled to do so by law or court order. When behavior analysts are authorized to discuss confidential information with a third party, they only share information critical to the purpose of communication. This is protecting confidential information. Okay. The recipient of behavior analyst services, a client. There are ethical concerns about some practices within ABA, such as the use of aversive techniques and the potential of coercion. Critics argue that these practices may be harmful and violate the principle of respect and dignity. Ethical considerations? Operating according to the ethical precepts, providing voluntariness and or informed consent by clients or advocates, arranging the least restrictive and most benign yet effective procedures, being accountable, obtaining, maintaining, and continuing the development of competence and others. This is ethics. A legal process granting the guardian permission to make decisions on behalf of a client who is unable to independently make decisions. This person is responsible for monitoring the care and welfare of the individual. This is guardianship. Okay. It's like, which one? Behavior analysts refrain from romantic and or sexual relationships with clients, stakeholders, trainees, or supervisors unless they are past specific timeframes, such as 2 years after the end of formal relationship with a client. This is sexual relationships. Romantic relationships. The ability of a client to understand the risks and benefits of a particular treatment and alternatives to be proposed to the proposed treatment. This includes the option of no treatment. This is medical necessity decision making. Oh, medical decision making capacity. Behavior analysts communicate at the beginning of the relationships that they must refrain from accepting gifts more than $10 US, or its equivalent from clients, stakeholders, supervisees, or trainees. This is giving and receiving gifts. Behavior analysts work with a client in a way that minimizes harm, and they use the least restrictive practices. Example given, acceptations include exhausting other options and still complying with human rights review committees processes when using the restrictive or punishment-based procedures. Skip. Behavior analysts outline the circumstance for discontinuing services in their service agreement, considering various factors, and provide written discontinuation plan. Review the plan during the discharge process and record all actions taken. This is appropriate discontinuation of services. Behavior analysts put their clients first and make sure they are safe by knowing and complying with laws and regulations surrounding mandated reporting. This is ethic. Behavior analysts put their clients first and make sure they are safe by knowing and complying with laws and regulations surrounding mandated reporting. This is pass. Behavior analysts actively engage in professional development activities to maintain further their professional competence. Professional development activities include reading relevant literature, attending conferences, obtaining additional coursework, receiving coaching, consultation, supervision, or mentorship, and obtaining and maintaining appropriate professional credentials. This is maintaining competence. An expression or demonstration of disapproval or unwillingness to participate that includes a change in a behavior emitted by the client, and this is maintained by aversive control, may include a vocal response or subtle behavior such as a grimace or arrangement from a task. Assent withdrawal. Information including demographic data that relates to the individual's past, present, or future physical, mental health, or condition. The provision of health care to the individual or the past, present, or future payment for the provision of health care to the individual. Pass. Behavior analysts discuss limits of confidentiality at the beginning of their professional relationships and when information discloses are required. Pass. Behavior analysts do not engage in behavior that is harassing or hostile towards others. This is non-harassment. Seminal book chapters describing the acceptable treatment environment for individuals with developmental disabilities. Pass. The treatment that affords the most favorable risk-to-benefit ratio with specific considerations of probability of treatment success, anticipated duration of treatment, distress caused by procedures, and distress caused by behavior itself. Vollmer and all 2011. Pass. Clients have the right to a therapeutic environment, services whose overriding goal is personal welfare, treatment by a competent behavior analyst, programs that teach functional skills, behavior assessment, and ongoing evaluation. The least restrictive and most effective treatment procedures available. This is the Client Rights Act. Client Rights Act. Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, federal law that protects the privacy of student education records and gives parents and eligible students certain rights. This is FERPA. Behavior analysts refrain from misusing their power or authority to coerce or exploit individuals under their supervision or evaluation. Exploitative pass. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Law enacted in August 1996 that issued privacy regulations governing individually identifiable health information, applies to health plans, healthcare clearinghouses, and any healthcare provider who transmits health information in an electronic format. This is HIPAA. Behavior analysts differentiate and clearly label non-behavioral services from their behavioral services, including a disclaimer stating that non-behavioral intentions are not covered by the BACB certification. This is behavior analysts differentiate and clearly label. Pass. Behavior analysts refrain from misusing their power or authority to coerce or exploit individuals under their supervision or evaluation. Pass. Behavior analysts make effort to have a plan in place to ensure the supervisee will receive continuity of supervision in the event of termination. This is appropriate termination of services. terminating. Behavior analysts participate in professional development activities such as attending conferences, taking coursework, etc. This is maintaining competence. Behavior analysts arrange for appropriate consultation with the referrals to other providers in the best interest of their client, with appropriate informed consent and compliance with applicable requirements. Pass. Delivery of information, digital or otherwise, in a public forum for the purpose of either better informing the audience or providing a call to action. The BACB has several ethical guidelines regarding the use of public statements, including how to protect the rights of clients, stakeholders, supervisees, and trainers, confidentiality, advertising non-behavioral services, the use of social media, and other digital consent and testimonials. This is public statements. Behavior analysts provide accurate reporting for bills, invoices, requests for reimbursement, and receipts, and correct information when it is incorrect by informing all parties. This is it's a long one. Accuracy in billing and reimbursing. Behavior analysts actively support and educate clients and stakeholders regarding the evidence-based assessment and behavior change interventions. Pass. A process determining the potential risks and benefits of a procedure should conclude with more potential benefits to the client. This is the risk-benefit ratio. Analysis. Four foundational ethical principles that all behavior analysts should exemplify: benefit others and do not harm, treat others with compassion, dignity, and respect, and behave with integrity and ensure competence. The foundation principles. Sorry, losing the deck. Behavior analysts include steps and goals for transitioning their clients to other professionals in their services agreements, and take appropriate steps to collaborate with the other professional if the client transitions. Appropriate transitioning of clients. Appropriate transitioning of services. A landmark federal court case in Alabama addressing individuals who are involuntarily committed to state institutions because of mental illnesses or developmental disabilities. Based on this ruling, individuals have a constitutional right to treatment that will afford them a realistic opportunity in return to society. This is what's the names? Wyatt versus Stickney. Behavior analysts practice only within their identified scope of competence. They engage in professional activities in new areas only after accessing and documenting appropriate study, training, supervised experience, consultations, and/or co-treatment from professionals competent in that new area. Otherwise, they refer to the transition of services to an appropriate professional. This is pass. Practicing with a defined role. Behavior analysts always cite others' work and do not present any part of someone else's work or data as their own. In addition, behavior analysts must disclose when they republish their own data. This is plagiarism. Behavior analysts carefully establish the terms of signed contracts when providing services at the request of a third party, and update the contract as necessary with all relevant parties involved. Third-party continuing of services. Third-party contracts for services. Behavior analysts must provide informed assent from clients before research, and provide clients with autonomy to discontinue research at any point without penalty. Informed consent includes providing an overview of the purpose of the study, the expected time commitment, the right to withdraw at any time without adversive consequences, the potential benefits, risks, or adversive events, any limitations to confidentiality, any research incentives, who to contact for more information, and the ability to ask questions. This is informed consent in research. Behavior analysts maintain awareness that their personal biases, challenges, many interfere with the effectiveness of the professional work. Behavior analysts take appropriate steps to resolve interference, ensure that their professional work is not compromised, and document all actions taken in this circumstance and the eventual outcomes. Behavior main awareness that their personal bias is personal bias. Okay, and that is my video. Thank you.